Hello, everybody. Namo Buddhaya. I was in retreat. I mean, the not very strict one, the light retreat, but follow the good discipline and morality. When I was doing meditation, reciting prayer, and reciting mantra and this. So I'm going to stop this retreat on full moon. And then after that, I want to cut off my beard and hair and everything and come on my normal condition. Somebody asked me to give me some simple, the presentation of Dharma, as we are very busy and cannot go through by very detailed of Dharma practice. So then I was thinking maybe I need to record it for everybody, so I'm going to record this presentation. Yeah, so the Dharma practice, and firstly we need to understand, it is, what we need to understand. There are some, some morality, some ethical, things to follow according to the Dharma. As we are followers of Buddha, Tathagata Buddha, Shakyamuni, we need to, first need to take refuge into Buddha, Dharma and Sangha according to the, the rule and regulation of Dharma. No matter you are Theravada or Mahayana or Vajrayana, need to take refuge to Buddha, Dharma and Sangha. Then after that, need to, need to concentrate on the pure motivation. Then after that, we need to, we need to enter in our practice. Whatever you do practice, the recitation of prayer, the mantras, meditation, and whatever. If you go in the Vajrayanic way, there are different types of prayers and, the meditation technique such as sadhanas, and also simple meditation, shamatha, vipassana, whatsoever, then you need to able to do, because ground is ready to do that. Then after that, when the, the practice is going to close, at that time, before closing, need to make motivation again very clean and pure, and whatever practice you have done or you need to dissolve into is original condition, I mean the uncontrived condition, all into the, the empty space condition, how to say. I need to be calm and totally freed from all of conception. Upon that motivation, just you need to awake with full of awareness and mindfulness. Then whatever virtue and merit you have collected, then you need to dedicate to in order to benefiting all mother sentient beings. All mother sentient beings, the down there, hell beings, ghost beings, animal beings, we human beings, demigod beings, and God beings, which is connected with this samsara. Also there are form realms beings, formless realms beings who are not able to totally liberate from suffering of samsara. In order to liberate them, need to make dedication with pure mind. So it is called, the principles, the three supreme principles to follow while you do the practice upon Dhamma, the Buddha Dhamma. You can use Buddha Dhamma. Actually, Buddha Dhamma, we can use this Buddha Dhamma, Buddha Dhamma, Buddha Dhamma. And Buddha is not important there, Dhamma is important. If we follow Dhamma, Dhamma in Pali and Dharma in Sanskrit and Che in Tibetan, if you follow the correctly, precisely the way of Dharma, it's already, the Buddha is connected there. No need to specifically bring the Buddha's name there, because it's go to the, the fanatic way. It's become like something like sectarism, something like it's become like the sect, because Dhamma is not sect, Dharma is not sect. It is just the system of awakening of mind from ignorant and understanding of reality. So in order to to awake on the reality and on truth, so we need to do the dharma practice, in fact like that. But there are many sects, many traditions, many customs. Is conventionally everything is okay there if people are not grasping their object and not clinging their object that my one is great, other one is the low quality, something like that. If they are not making this dualistic system of the things, then still okay. The name is function in conventional way. Anyhow, it's helped to many sentient beings. So once again, I want to go by starting. So taking refuge to the Buddha, no matter Theravadin way, Mahayana way, Vajrayanic way, the followers need to take refuge to Buddha, Dharma and Sangha. Taking refuge into Buddha, Dharma and Sangha, in grocery people take refuge into the, in front of the Buddha's image, take refuge in front of the Buddha's scripture, take refuge in front of the Buddha assemblies, noble sanghas and this. Those are very gross. Of course, it has its own advantages, own benefits, but it is very gross. But anyhow, it's help and it's good custom and good tradition. There is no doubt. But it's not very effective. It's not brings a very strong impact into your mind. So that's why I'm going to in little bit in profound way. The taking refuge into Buddha means the take refuge into the Buddha's quality, the quality of wisdom, quality of stainlessness, the wisdoms, the quality of Buddha's body, speech and mind, how we develop that quality when he become perfect, and how his body quality was there, and speech quality, mind quality, the wisdom quality. So those quality already mentioned into the text like Iti Piso Bhagava Arahang Samma Sambuddho in Pali version. Then also in Sanskrit also have this, also in Tibetan, Thamje Champala Chasaro, Tetra Sanje Chumden Deteni Tejen Shiva, this like this. Inside had all of the qualities of Buddha. When we take refuge to the Buddha, we need to recollect the qualities of Buddha. Buddha, why Buddha is conqueror, why Buddha is Tathagata, why Buddha is Samyak Sambuddha, why Buddha is complete fire destroyer, why he is omniscient, everything we need to know. Then we need to take refuge to that qualities. Also, we need to wish to have those qualities through by Buddha's quality. We need to think about this, and we need to develop our devotion to listen Buddha's dharma and follow the Buddha's path. So this reason we need to take refuge to Buddha. I take refuge into Buddha. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Then after that I take refuge into Dharma. How Buddha able to develop all of those qualities in order to benefiting all sentient beings. How he get it. So that is the Dharma practice. Dharma practice is what? How Buddha could able to wash up all of stains from the mind. Actually, the mind itself is very pure, very fresh. Its nature is itself is Buddha, is pure wisdom, is primordial wisdom. But unfortunately, there are the clouds of stains, different clouds of stains. It's covered to it, but naturally, inherently cannot cover it, but anyhow is covered from outside, like the sun and the clouds. The sun lightning cannot totally covered by clouds, otherwise cannot separate it from cloud. But advantageously, the clouds are covered to the sun. Similar this way, our mind nature covered by those clouds, the clouds of desire, hatred, the expected mind, competition mind, irritation, pride, and so and so. And through by that, then we act from our body, then act from our speech, then it's make more messy and more terrible to create all bad karma. So that's why it's totally covered by conventionally is covered by those clouds, but not inherently. Inherently cannot cover to mind, otherwise nobody can attain Buddhahood. So in order to understand those clouds, how could we able to wash all of those clouds? That is the way of dharma. The starting is from stopping all of evil deeds and collecting of all virtues, and once controlling on mind through by inner awareness and mindfulness, the alertness and vigilant mind and attentive mind. So we could able to recognize and realize all of those things, and when we don't react to them and not grasp to them, all those clouds itself become disappear, and we could able to go to the ground mind condition, which is the totally the pure and fresh and clear, which is the main wisdom things. In order to wash up all of those stains and clouds, we need to take refuge to the dharma. So Buddha went through by that way, and he could able to understand these clouds are impermanence, those are illusory, those are fake, unreal, by nature empty. So once he realized that, then all clouds itself disappear, and man, the wisdom things, it's able to realize it on the spot. Wisdom, he didn't bring wisdom from somewhere, and he didn't because the nature of mind don't have any things to remove, and no need to put any qualities upon it. It itself is totally freed from any kind of bondage. It is just clear by nature and empty by nature. It's inseparable, is the unification of clarity and emptiness. So that is the man, how to say, the Buddha nature, what we say in Mahayanic way and Vajrayana way. So that is, to realize that point, so we need to do the dharma practice. According to the Theravadin way, in go to that position, first we need to understand this all samsara is full of suffering. The nature of samsara is suffering. Must understand that suffering individually from our body, through by the technique of four satipatthana, for mindfulness upon the four object, body, feeling, mind, and the mental contents. We need to understand it. Then we can understand, wow, this body is just a bubbles, nothing else, is the collection of atoms and this and that. Then after that, then search the mind, cannot find any permanent soul. Then go to the selflessness, understanding of impermanence, anicca, understanding of selflessness. Then what? Then understanding of the suffering. When it understands totally through by the Dharma, then when go to more profound, then can see, well, it's just shunyata and empty nature of all phenomena. It looks very beautiful, and the form, smell, taste, the six objects of the six faculties: form, sound, smell, taste, tangible things, the contact and imaginations, all looks very beautiful, but unfortunately all illusory. But we think those are real and catch it, hold it. Then we fight for I, my, and we become very tightened into the bondage. Then no chance to liberate from this. In order to, the releasing of this bondage, this Dharma practice. So Dharma is starting from stopping of non-virtue things and collecting of virtue and controlling of mind through by shamatha and vipassana meditation. Then gradually develop, understanding emptiness. Then go understanding the real nature of mind through by, the Mahamudra and Mahati, then can able to reach to the state of perfect Buddhahood. That all of techniques, it says, is the Dhamma, to understand the reality through by on according to the Buddha's instruction, follow it, then put effort to understand that through by meditation. The meditation is the only way. Without meditation, even the rituals, they doesn't function. First, you need to have some experience and realization of meditation. Then, when you recite mantra and do some ritual things, the really blessing goes to there and is contacted, and it's help to other beings. Otherwise, when we chant very pleasantly with a good melody, at that time we feel very nice and good. But it's a very, very short time that blessing is functioned, then later it's become abruted and doesn't function in proper way. So that's why we need to understand how to follow the dharma. Sabba papa sakranam kusalasya upsampada sachita pariyoda pannam etang buddhanushasana. So we need to follow dharma in this way. Then taking refuge into dharma means go near some authentic teacher who have experience and realization of dharma, anyhow, more or less, go there, listen dharma perfectly, first listen it, then contemplate it, then apply into the mind as a meditation and slowly developed, precisely, then it's the real taking refuge into the dharma. Then after that, the taking refuge into the sangha, who has the experience of dharma, and ask question to them. If teacher is not surrounding there, who has the experience about dharma, ask question to them and understand the dharma perfectly, and where is your doubt, then cut off your doubt and suspicion according to dharma, then develop more and more again and go through. It is the taking refuge to the sangha. In very, very simple way, in very gross way, you have Buddha statue every morning, doing the prostration, offering flowers, waters, and taking refuge to Buddha and holding the pure devotion. Also, it's considered, it refers taking refuge to Buddha, but in very gross level, materialistic way. Then, and after that, there are holy scripture and cleaning the scripture, also incensing there, putting waters and the flowers and holding devotion into you, and thinking all the Buddha's instruction in order to, the cut off all root of the suffering is inside there, thinking that and doing worship there. Also have some virtue there, collective virtue. You can collect virtue, but in gross way. Yeah, and the sangha, when you see some monks and sangha, offer them, invite for them food and lunch and this, that is also considered the taking refuge to the sangha and listening some teachings from them. Yeah, but only you are doing that is not sufficient. You need to go in more profound way. What I mentioned to you. Even you don't have Buddha's statue, just you think the Buddha was great and remember his qualities and wish to have those qualities inside to you, and put effort to listen Dharma and go through by Dharma, and some doubt and some question and ask to those monks and senior teachers to cut off your doubts and this. That is the more profound understanding to taking refuge into Buddha, Dharma and Sangha. If you go in more profound, then everything comes on your mind. When mind is, when mind is realizing the Buddha's quality, already you are taking refuge into Buddha. When mind is putting a lot of effort to do meditation and on the spot you are, the understanding that stands are adventitious, the real condition of mind itself is Buddha, your understanding is that is the taking understanding of having understanding of Dharma. And when you are following your body morality, speech morality, and mind thinking morality precisely, perfectly, whatever it is going to take refuge to the Sangha, we need to think in this way. So like this, so it is today, just now the weather was very nice due to this rainy season. It's, how to say, it's becoming, how to say, dark. So that's why I put on this lightning here. but the slides are something like this. So, like this. So, suppose you are doing the shamatha meditation and vipassana meditation. You like to do shamatha and vipassana meditation. First, you simply go to your room and take your cushion and just if there is Buddha's image, just do the 3 prostration, take refuge into Buddha, Dharma and Sangha. This understanding what I just mentioned to you, through by this understanding you take refuge into Buddha and Dharma. Then then think that in order to benefit all sentient beings, I could able to do Dharma practice perfectly. When I able to have some good experience and realization, I able to teach to others without doing any mistake, to lead them to this way in order to liberate from any kind of samsaric suffering. Hold this motivation. Then 3 times take refuge, Buddha, Dharma and Sangha. Is if in Tibetan, Sangye Chodam Sochi Chunam La Sanchu Pardu, Tani Chasum Taki Jiso Jibe Sonam Jidola Pencher, Sanjay Duparasho 3 times. Then if you don't know the Tibetan, if you know the Pali, then recite Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Dhammam Saranam Gacchami, Sangham Saranam Gacchami, something like this. Then sit down on the cushion, then cross your legs, simply you sit down, make your meditation posture perfectly, a little bit tight your body, not too much tighten, and be relaxed and focus on thought of nostril, and all the entire attention bring to your nostril and this area, and inhale and exhale spontaneously, naturally. It's almost naturally, its functioning is there, otherwise our life is not sustained there. So be with that, full of alertness, full of the awareness, mindfulness and vigilant. Look at there, sit down. Steadfastly fix your mind, entire intention on this, and be alert and be vigilant and attentive to this meditation. Peacefully, naturally, look at only breathing. Don't distract your mind to another object. It's distract because we have hobby, we have habit, but don't let it to go. Just focus on natural, it's fixed there. Nothing to hold there, nothing to react there. Just focus on simple breathing, natural breathing, nothing else. When breathing coming, going, is smooth, is strong, that's all. It's the nature. Just nothing to focus there, just only breathing. Be with that breathing, your mind, and be relaxed and rest there. You feel very calm and very peace. It is mentioned in Satipatthana Sutra by Buddha, and very, very precious and very, very blissful. I have this experience a lot because every morning I do it for at least half an hour or 1 hour. Then after that, all of my prayers and another type of meditation, all based on this meditation. It is the ground meditation, and it's very, very effective and very, very helpful to you. Once your mind is very clear and pure, then you can recite any prayers with pure motivation. You are wishing what you wish to develop yourself. If you don't have too much grasping and self-attitude, when you don't have the self-grasping and self-cherishing attitude strongly, everybody have, unless we achieve the perfect Buddhahood, everybody have this. But we need to understand that self-grasping and self-cherishing attitude is the biggest enemy. So through by Dharma practice, if you are reciting Om Mani Padme Hum, also we need to have this condition of mind. When condition of minds become like that, then you can recite Om Mani Padme Hum. If you want to visualize in front of you the Arya-Avalokiteshvara, then in the empty space, lotus, sun, moon, Arya-Avalokiteshvara in the white color, crown and 4 hands holding malas, 2 hands in this posture, and other hand, first 2 hands is in this posture and holding the jewels, gem, and the second, the one in the right, the holding the mala, and the second hand in the left holding the lotus flower. These four hands are, the refers, it signifies the four immeasurable thought, compassion, love, how to say joyfulness and equanimity. There are many, many meanings. No need to go in this way. Just simply hold there, recite Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Help to, the uproot all the root of six realms suffering. When you recite Om Mani Padme Hum perfectly, and last, when you going to the stop, you need to dissolve the deity, whether you need to bring the Avalokiteshwar here, dissolve into you, then you and Avalokiteshwar make it to the inseparable way, just do little meditation, the deity and you are not separable. And with this understanding, then you dissolve into the emptiness, come on normal condition through with shamatha experience. Then once again, reflect that it is there and do dedication. Whatever I have recited Om Mani Padme Hum, may all sentient beings get benefit. May all sentient beings liberate from suffering and this and that. And whatever deities you are, in the Vajrayana, there is the different method of the meditation. But according to my understanding, unless your mind is become totally calmness and pure and clear, I think this stage of creation and stage of completion, meditation is very difficult and very tough. If you have some experience of some meditation anyhow, then it's very easy. Then you create before empty. Because of course your nature is emptiness. All the things nature is, deity nature is emptiness. From the empty nature, the pure deity is the bodies appearing. Then when meditation finishes, all deities one by one dissolve into the empty space. Similar this way, our body comes from emptiness before and finally is dissolved into the emptiness, isn't it? So need to have this kind of understanding. But different is the deity's body is pure, our body is impure. We try to make it pure through by this technique. It's a very profound subject. Just I'm making just simple, how to say simple story of it. This creation stage and stage of completion is only the the significant and special method of Vajrayana technique. Mahayana have, but in very gross way. But in Theravadin way, don't have this technique. Theravadin way is direct focus on mind and observation of body, feelings, mind, and the mind contains the imagination. When we realize this body is essencelessness, is totally impermanence, when we hold it, catch it, then we feel suffering. Then as well as then feeling and mind and how to say mental context and imagination. It gives us a proper information of impermanence through by our own experience. Then we could able why the samsara things are all suffering by nature. Then when we check our mind and there is not any permanent eternal things which is considered a permanent solid, cannot find any soul, then we can realize the anatam realization. If we have this understanding already, if you want to go further more, the understanding of the Buddha Dharma, then understanding of why Pranjana Paramita is very, very important. Pranjana Paramita is what? Form is emptiness, emptiness is form, form is not different than emptiness, not form, different than form. Similarly, like this, deity is emptiness, emptiness, deity, deity is not different than emptiness. Wisdom is emptiness. Everywhere you can realize it through by your experience, not in scholarship way, not in logical way, through by our own. When you go on the further more profound, then comes the Mahamudra, Mahati, what we talk about. Mahamudra is totally presentation of mind nature. It is the ultimate status all there. Unless we have some conventional experience of the some meditation, and then it's totally impossible to understand. Nowadays, I try to contemplate all of these Mahamudra things from as I'm a Kaju followers, try to understand through by Saraha, as Doha, Tilopa, Naropa, as well as Milarepa, Gyalva, Gotsangpa, Yangonpas, the Vajra, Doha. I was contemplating there. Wow, amazing. The Mahamudra, very proper. Yeah. When there is, the Semla Teso Mena Chaja Chembohi, Dela Gomshin Dena, Lame Jangchuk Tog. In the Tilopa gave one instruction to his disciple Naropa in the bank of the Ganji river. There is saying that the essence of it, when nothing is remain in front of your mind, just clear empty space. We can need to talk, even there is not any space such for holding, and clear empty space means cannot measure, cannot, the fixed is totally, the beyond measurement, immeasurable. When nothing is remain in front of your mind, something fixed object, nothing remain there, that is the Mahamudra. That knowledge, when you realize this, nothing is remain in front of that fresh, clear knowledge. That is Mahamudra. When you do practice upon it, through by perfect maintenance, to maintain that understanding into your mind, without grasping anything. What to grasp? Nothing to object there to grasp. What to grasp? Tela Gomshin Dina. You have become habituated to do meditation in. There is no doubt to get a stage of Anuttara Samyak Buddha. Something like this. If you go in the Ati, same, just there is the Rigpa state inside Rigpa. Rigpa state is what? It's pure knowledge state. Vidya, yeah? Pure knowledge state. Self-rising awareness, ever sustained there. It's very profound, but how can I explain? Nothing to explain. All of these instructions, just if they want to try to bring some examples, and that just they bring the example of Akasha, empty space. That is only, they bring like when you see the empty space, you can see many clouds there, red clouds, blue clouds, have or not, I don't know, white clouds and yellow, orange clouds. Clouds are moving up there, black clouds are moving up. But those clouds are not the nature of empty, clear space. Those are just adventitious. But those are the play of space. Where they came from space. Where they dissolve into the space. Similar this way, our mind, it is everything. That is the reality. Fresh, clear mind. Then all thoughts come from it. It says rolpa, sal, and something like this. Play of mind. The stream of mind. Stream of mind, play of mind. When it's disappear on its state. On mind. Like a different type of clouds and rainbows and all appear in empty space, dissolve into that. So that nature, when we realize, then we become liberated. But it's easy to say, yeah. But I'm making the short, but I'm jumping. It has all huge presentation in all this. Ground Buddhism till to the Prussian Buddhism runs on this way. What I'm going to say is, take refuge to Buddha, Dharma and Sangha in perfectly with a pure devotion, and also cultivate the bodhicitta purely, precisely, perfectly, correctly. Due to different capacity and potential, people have different karmic system. Some people can do it very fastly, some people goes through by very delay. This is our karmic habit. I mean the karmic, this is our karma, what to do. But nobody is left here if they put effort to realize this. Everybody can liberate from this samsara. So that's why Buddha Dharma is for everybody.